What is good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today I'm playing some fan-made maps submitted by channel members. This is a channel members only video because I got a bit behind on their maps, so I said let's get straight into them. These are also going to be challenges, so you can play along before you watch me play. Links will be in the description. So it's a minute per round, and the first one is, I think, a target score of 18,000. So let's see if that is at all possible here. The first one is unofficial coverage, it appears, and we have a bunch of cars here, longer number plates, and some Korean language. Okay, that is interesting. Could this be North Korea? I mean, I know North Korea is a country that loves soccer, but so does South Korea, so it's by no means a guarantee. I mean, do we see, this is like a Hyundai? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have a Hyundai in North Korea, I think. I mean, like, it's like the quintessential South Korean brand, so it would feel a bit capitalist, probably, to have a Hyundai in North Korea. So I'm thinking South Korea here. It feels like it's in the middle of summer, like it's super warm looking, but obviously Korea's not that warm of a country. So I still think I'm going to click Southern, just because I feel like it might be a little bit warmer than average. But let's go in Gumi here. Have no idea if this is going to be correct or not, but feels okay. And it's actually Jeju, that's why it feels so warm. And so cool little round there, but 3,700 is not a bad start. Next one here is official coverage, and we should be inside Europe with this antenna. Immediately thinking of like Sweden with these signs here, these yellow ones, could even be Finland, not so sure about that. Would probably go Sweden here myself. Trees definitely fit for Sweden. Architecture is a little strange, maybe feels a bit more Finnish or even Baltic or something like that, but yeah, I really think it's these signs that are going to make me lean Sweden over anything else here. Yeah, unfortunately nothing else really legible here. I mean, we've got a blue strip on the plate. I don't think it's Norway, because this would probably be a green plate in Norway, but it seems to be white here. And so, yeah, we'll just go somewhere in Sweden here. I mean, fairly central. I could just go around Stockholm, but because it's a challenge map, I might go a bit further out here. Let's try that one there. Ends up being in Helsinki indeed. Yeah, so not fantastic there. We ended our 122 country streak. I was practicing some Philippines, but okay. Not too good. We will struggle to get that 18,000 if we make another mistake. Anywho, this one is somewhere in the US of A, and this number plate with the orange, you know, the peach or whatever in the middle, is a Georgia or Florida plate. I think it's a Florida plate, right? Yeah, so we have another one there. This red plate might be like a Massachusetts plate or something like that. Probably traveling quite a fair way, I imagine. So yeah, touristy should be somewhere in Florida. Thinking of, with the touristiness, maybe Orlando, maybe Miami, but maybe Orlando can make a bit of sense here. I do consider that a good possibility. And so yeah, I think I'll probably, that almost looks like a hill, but it's just a house. I think I'll probably just leave my marker in Orlando here. It seems like a reasonable shout here, and it's also pretty central, which is good. And it does end up being Orlando out here near the Tibet Butler Nature Reserve. Interesting. So I wonder what the significance of this lakeside village is, but there's Lake Spa. Interesting one. And we get a good score, which is really useful. And so here we go. Another USA. This is not too bad. This is not too bad. Got an area code there and don't quite know it. But now we're looking for plates, maybe. Plates. Ooh, a bit of blue on the bottom of that one. Not too sure what I think here. We got this Interstate 71. I'm looking for any other big clues here, but I think we're gonna have to use that 71. I don't know why. It kind of reminded me of Midwest almost a little bit. So let's see if we can capture 71 here. Here it is. So the 71, obviously it's going to go for a long way. It's going to go all the way down there. So I'm thinking of clicking near Cincinnati here. The question is, can we actually, I mean, Cornerstone Station, it's not really too useful in terms of all that stuff here, but do we have front plates is the next question. No front plates according to a lot of these cars, so I might even be tempted to click a bit further south here. But where does the 71 go after this? I don't know. So I'm going to go between Cincinnati and Louisville, but yeah. Okay, that was actually a fantastic result there. That's about as good as we could have hoped for. But yeah, the lack of front plates really made me think Kentucky, even though you can see that in Ohio quite a lot as well. Yeah, they did used to have front plates, so you'd probably see more. Okay, that's good. Next one here, 18,000, now seeming pretty easy as long as we don't screw this round up. We have what appears to be a what pole? We're driving left. It's a tie pole, of course. It didn't look quite square to me. That's why I was a bit confused. But yeah, it is just a normal tie pole. This one should be a bit further south. I could imagine the locations almost feel like places where the dude who made it traveled. So I'm almost thinking this could be Phuket or something like that, where a lot of the tourists go. I mean, the hilliness of it and kind of the predominantly like very tropical looking landscape would certainly make me think of Phuket area. But look at these big mountains as well. Could just be somewhere a lot further north. That is, could be Chiang Mai or something like that. But if we've got these big mountains to the south there like that, I do consider this kind of area just north of Phuket quite possible. And Phuket itself actually is possible as well. So I'll probably click within it. To the north, we're kind of blinded by these trees, unfortunately. So we'll find out. And it was actually quite a bit further north here. So 18,888 is definitely superseded, but not by too much. So let me know how you did. Actually, the USA rounds were the highlights there. Everything else was kind of a bit average, but that's okay. Let's move on to the next one here, which is a stinking hard map. And this one's by John Miranda, and he's calling it unexpected. So let's get the challenge link inside the description here. And yeah, go ahead and play it, guys, if you haven't already. And let's see how your boy Zigzag does on here. So we do have some right-hand drive with what looks to be American plates, although that plate is kind of long. Yeah, some of these plates are kind of long for USA, no? So maybe not USA at all. Maybe we are somewhere in. So why do we have no blue strips? This is actually, yeah, this one is confusing me. So let's think here a bit harder. This looks like it's probably some Rua. I don't actually know what language that is, but I think we're probably in like where's the sun? So the sun is to the north. I think we're going to be somewhere like maybe one of these cities over here, the really touristy cities in Argentina, like San Carlos or something like that. That is kind of the impression I'm getting here. I don't see any of the classic number plates. Like, we are driving right. The car breakdown definitely feels South American. So, and then Rua should just be, I mean, could it be Brazil? I think it could be Brazil, to be honest. Oh no, I think it's Brazil. Yeah. Wow. Realized far too late there. You would normally see an Argentinian plate, at least one of the old ones with the black on them. So, and they're a bit short in Argentina as well. So, really a bit of a throw there, but yeah, I'm a bit exhausted, so that's okay. Next one here. I'm trying to think of what we got going on here. This is like Europe of some kind, probably. We have some Portuguese, so this could actually be just in Brazil again. That would be pretty cruel. But I would probably lean Portugal. I mean, look at this, kind of the Germanic architecture that we saw in the last one. I could see it just being southern Brazil again, to be honest. So, yeah, I might be tempted to go for that. I mean, if it's not, then I'm going to be a little bit annoyed, because I feel like we got really unfortunate with the order of the rounds, because I feel like otherwise I'd just go Europe here. But yeah, okay, I think he might. The dude who made it maybe has been to southern Brazil, found some particularly, German-looking places and wanted to share them or something like that from the German heritage. I don't know, that's just my thought here. Let's find out. Probably Europe, but we'll go for it. And it is nice. Southern Brazil, indeed. Just in the state of Sao Paulo there, so not too bad. Okay, next one here, we're changing the scenery, though. This one should be somewhere. Well, it's the Americas again, so we could still be in Brazil. We've got a piranha pine here, so yeah, this is going to be southern Brazil again. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what was with the emphasis on southern Brazil here, but yeah, these piranha pines should just be about good. So I'm thinking quite far southern here, Santa Catarina, or maybe just Rio Grande do Sul. Yeah, because it kind of has that kind of like very temperate climate. Does not feel particularly tropical at all to me. So I think I'll just go for that. And it ends up being, yeah, just over in Santa Catarina, but a pretty good guess there, all things considered. And so here we go on the next one. Could this be Brazil again? I mean, I don't see a reason that it definitely wouldn't be. In fact, given that the last three countries have been Brazil, I wouldn't go Brazil here normally, but it feels very southern hemisphere, this kind of grass and whatnot. And then I'm kind of thinking, why not go for Brazil again? Let's pick somewhere where it fits. This time, I would say a bit further north. Maybe somewhere over here could fit. Otherwise, like, it could just be Roraima or something like that. So I think I'll pick coastal though. I think that would be my main thought here. Could just be southern again. But I'm wondering, like, when you've played a lot of these challenge maps, you're wondering why the score is going up so well. Like, we were pretty far away last time, we got 4,000 points, so I'm wondering, if we do have some more northern, like, locations, because if all the locations were down here, then the scoring would be rather tight, so I'll go for that. And it ends up being just Australia. Yeah, so I was right, Southern Hemisphere, very much feeling like that, but this one was not at all, and that makes sense to be honest, but shouldn't have trusted the quadruple Brazil. Next one here, looking like Australia again, I would say. So this person, John, might be maybe an Australian who's been to Brazil and wanted to share some locations there, but I would say, this could just be USA or something like that as well, or Africa, but I was thinking maybe Darwin area here, like near Catherine could make sense here. You got a river, and I think it has some similar cliffs to that. I'm not entirely sure, but that's one thing I thought. Maybe just Kakadu National Park somewhere. But I want to try Catherine here. I feel like that's a reasonable shout. It's a lot of palms, which is maybe a little bit concerning, but they're certainly like not quite normal. So I feel like Australia still makes sense here. Well, let's try it out. And it will be, yeah, right near Catherine. So that's a nice little round there to finish this off. 13,000. That one, I feel like I probably beat most people at. But if I had have gotten that first Australia, it would have been different. Because I feel like if I saw that alone, without these first 3 Brazilian rounds as context, I think I could have gotten it. But regardless, that's how it went. And now we are on to another one. Challenge map by Jacob, or Jacob, I guess, just Jacob, who has visited these places and they have some meaning to him. So that should be interesting here. Forgot to copy the link there, but that's okay. And next one here. We have an East Asian looking woman here. We do have a river of some kind. This almost feels like American. No, not at all. This is definitely European architecture. Maybe like Czech Republic came to mind with these buildings here. But I don't really think of a city that would exactly look like this. Germany's still possible, obviously. A big bridge over here crossing this river. We're in a forest of some kind as well. This could be quite a bit further north. I could even see like Sweden or something like that. But I guess my thought was initially somewhere in Czechia. So let's see, Prague, the river. I mean, it doesn't look like this actually inside Prague, but I guess I could see it kind of being like further up here where there are some bigger bridges. To be honest, that was the main thought I had here. So even though I don't think Prague is correct, I think it's that kind of area of Europe. So I'm going to commit to it there. And it was Sweden. No. Why did I think it looked like Prague and Stockholm? It's a little bit unfortunate. But okay, not a particularly good start to the seed there. This one, no. Hopefully can be a bit different. This one... Ooh, we have like a bit of a lighthouse here, a long pier, and some white buildings. What is up with them? Okay, I could see like, what have we got over here? Some men fishing, okay. Not too helpful. This is kind of far away to be too useful. Like this would also be very useful if we were up a bit closer, but it's not. So assuming the compass is correct, we're kind of on a south coast here. I could see like southern Turkey working here because we have a lot of apartment buildings, and Turkey, like most people tend to live in apartment buildings over there, so I could see that. I might just go for that, honestly. I could see like something in, but I don't know if the south coast really works here unless we're like on like the Dead Sea or something like that. But okay, I think we'll go southern Turkey here. Could also see like even like islands out here, or maybe just Spain or Portugal, but I'll go for Turkey. Why not? Let's see it. And it ends up being southern Spain, which is understandable, and we get 1 point. So I think this is going to be a Europe-focused seed. That's my prediction from here on in. Now this is interesting. Ski lift going up pretty high. This vegetation feels super northern. I think we might be in like Norway or something like that, to be honest. That car would normally have a green number plate in Norway, I would expect, but still could be there. A bit of a German name here. Ropeways is also English. And we also have an Audi sponsorship here, which is obviously also German. But will we? Okay, we have a Swedish flag there. So, yeah, it is super northern like I thought. We have a river. We have a ski lift. So let's see if we can find somewhere skiing in Sweden in our last 10 seconds here. So, yeah, I thought super northern, so let's check it out here. So it should be somewhere around here. I don't know if there's actually any roads leading to a lot of these places that I've looked at so far. Ends up being all the way further south here. Is it actually a ski lift? Yeah, it's definitely a lot of skiing going on here. That's what the red and the blue are. So a little annoying. Still got the right country. Thinking that Jacob might be a Jacob and from Sweden maybe, but we'll see. And he has holidayed to Spain. We learnt that. So maybe this could be Spain again. This car, yeah, certainly could be. We have like a short number plate there, but this one certainly looks more like a normal Spanish number plate, I would say. Yeah, can certainly see Spain here. Can I also see Portugal though? I don't see any signs that are particularly one way or the other for this one so far. So that's kind of the question. A lot of palms. I definitely see Spain here. I definitely see Spain with this sign here. But unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like there's too much. I mean, obviously in Portugal, you might expect to see a bit of yellow on the plate here, which we don't. So feeling pretty good about Spain once again. Madrid area, but we have a lot of palms, so I do wonder if it could be like South Coast again. So maybe Malaga or something like that could work here. Let's try it. And it ends up being on... which one's this one again? This one is Mallorca, right? And so, yeah, that would definitely make sense. 300 points, so should expect another Europe here based on the lack of points we've received for our correct country guesses so far. And here we have Mot de Passes. So maybe that would be French? I don't know. Let's take a look around. Passe. Certainly could be France from what I've seen so far. Let's take a look at what's going on here though. Bottled water doesn't really seem to give me too much of an idea here. French flag there, maybe German flag as well. So still thinking a lot about France here. French colours on the like cubicle or something like that, so certainly also possible on that front, but I don't see anything concrete yet, which is a little bit concerning because I could still see Spain. We've got an E accent, which I think both languages would probably have as far as I remember. And we've got 8 seconds to go, so I still think I prefer France here, but let's just get a guess in and hope for the best. Is it going to be correct? No, it's Hungary, Budapest, wow. Another country that uses the accent over the E, but I feel like that's kind of unlucky because it's not something I associate Hungarian with, even though, of course, I know it's in there. So I really thought when I saw that France was probably most likely. And so we end up with a 2,000 score there, which is pretty bad. But it just goes to show how much like being on a road helps, and when we're not on a road, we tended to go pretty badly there. But okay, he's been to some nice places, that's for sure. I mean, Budapest has a very good reputation, and Swedish locations look cool too. So not the worst. But okay, let's head into the 4th challenge link here. This one will be in the description as well, of course. And let's get into it. Okay, so what we're gonna see on this next link. A bit of unofficial coverage, I like it. We've got a castle over here, which is cool. A bit of a red flag at the top of it. I do wonder what that's about. Almost thought of like Poland here or something like that off the bat, but no, I don't think it's Poland. So where would it be? France? Belgium? Yeah, this sign here... No, that's actually not a sign at all. That's like a surf life-saving, like, what you call it? Donut. Interesting. Ooh, even thought of like Lithuania for a second here. I'm going through the motions. I don't know. I don't exactly know what this would be. Could it even be Estonia or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. Brick building here. I think Lithuania is my new thought, even though it is a bit strange. We have a bunch of lakes here. Castle. I mean, like, this flag does not look Lithuanian to me. So, I'm really kind of a little bit worried going here, but we'll see what happens. It is Lithuania, so that's a nice little result there. Again, looks like we might be in a bit of a Europe map here because 1900 points for getting Lithuania correct is not many. So right, just near Vilnius there, pretty cool location. That castle was cool. So probably just a local flag of some kind that we saw on the castle there. Next one here is looking like Europe again, some holiday destination with a bit of Russian. Okay. That is interesting. I would expect then that this is probably in Russia. We could still be seeing like something like a Bulgaria or even like a Montenegro or something like that. They're both possible still. But yeah, I don't know. It is interesting here. I'm not 100% sure it's Russian. Yeah, it's definitely Russian. It's not like Greek or anything like that, so we can forget about that. But yeah, if only we could see something else here. Plaja. It's like a plaza? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think I'll just have to go for Southern Russia here. I do know that Sochi is pretty touristy. Hoping this is not Montenegro. That's... okay, is this side of Bulgaria? That does make sense as well. We're across the Black Sea, and it's not good for points, unfortunately. I should have looked at the direction of the sea, though. That would have been really useful. But okay, I'm a bit out of practice with these fan maps. I think I was really hitting my stride before I stopped doing them as much. But anyway, okay, we got flags here, so let's check those out. We've got a American flag, what appears to be like an Italian flag, maybe, and then something else. So it could also be Polish, but I think I see a bit of green there. These houses feel quite Alps. Oh, could it be Hungarian? Yes, it could be Hungarian. Some of these houses feel a little bit more Eastern European, and not that Italian. I'm kind of thinking of like not the Polish border, but the Slovakian border here for Hungary. Would that make sense? Are we even in the right continent here? Could it just be Poland, as I mentioned? A lot of the houses seem very Polish with these dormers and the roofs. I think I should switch to Poland here. A lot of the houses are super Polish, man. Okay, I'm switching. I really thought that was green on that flag, but we'll see. And what a guess, 11 kilometers away. So I probably drove fairly close to here. In fact, I probably drove on this road as I came in because I was staying here. Probably took this yellow road over here, but actually it's probably this yellow road, the 66, when I went to Zakopane. So, yeah, I mean, pretty good. 11 kilometers away. I could recognize that architecture from above, which is pretty nice. And actually gives us more of a respectable score this time as well, which is good. Next one here is looking to be somewhere, well, let's see what angle the ocean is here. So ocean over there to our west, and we have some like fairly green shoreline here of vegetation. I don't really know quite what to think of it, but yeah, I actually don't really know what to make of this here. I think it could be Poland again. It could be northern Poland. Vitnny. Vitnu. That's interesting. Western... I almost thought of, Romania, but Western water obviously doesn't really fit, so... I guess I'll go, like, here, maybe Lithuania. Rama was Lithuania, so I think I might go out here somewhere. I don't find a jetty here, but, I mean, yeah, wow. Not a bad result, all things considered. I probably could have actually 5K'd it with a little bit more time there. I mean, just even 10 seconds would have been enough, but, wow, a really good result. I realized that it looked like Poland, but Poland does not have too much west coast that actually looks like that, so Lithuania had to be it, I guess. I wasn't quite sure, but it works. Now, this probably seems like Oslo or something like that, so let's see if we can get a 5K here. Does it actually seem like Oslo? No, not so much anymore, but some bigger city that's southern. This architecture is surely southern, so I'm going to try and 5K it. We've got this huge amount of nothing over there to our east, and the city is more so to the west. We've got a big bay. Let's go for it. Okay, so first off, Stavanger does make sense here, relatively speaking, although we should be going more north to south, so perhaps not. Next thought is Bergen. Bergen also probably suffers from similar problems here, although, yeah, I'm not loving that. It seems like we're in a bigger bay. Oslo now. Is it actually possible? Still thinking no for Oslo. So now I'm just thinking of these smaller cities, and it does not look like we're going to have time to find it here. So I'll leave it in Stavanger, which is the one that looked like it fit the best. And it was in Stavanger on this bridge. That makes so much sense. We're going north to south. Glad I just kept my marker there, because obviously this made a lot of sense with not much going on to the east and a lot going on to the west. So then, actually a pretty good result, 16,000. Kind of started poorly with round 1 and round 2, but then the next 3 rounds were actually basically on point. So that's pretty nice. And so let's head into the last seed here. Casey J. Wood, good luck to Zigzag. Challenge map. Okay. Okay. He's submitted a lot of maps, Casey, and this one is his official challenge map. So let's see what he's come through with. It should be really interesting to see what kind of things he's going to give us. But okay, first off is a Generation 1 United States. He's not being nice to us, I must say. And we do have a bunch of signs that are completely illegible because of Generation 1. I was thinking of maybe California here. It does not look like... It does look like all the cars have front license plates, and it's pretty green, but also a little bit dry as well. Feels almost like an Adelaide kind of climate, which you get a lot. I mean, LA and Adelaide basically have the same climate, actually. If you look at the climate statistics, it's basically the same but inverted. And so I think like just Northern California here makes a lot of sense. I think I'm gonna try Oroville. Who knows? They probably have actually like better coverage there, but maybe I should just pick a smaller town. Orland. Maybe we'll go for Orland here, although we don't see any hills. So I'll go back to Durham. Let's go Durham this time. See what's up. Ends up being near Santa Fe in New Mexico, so not the best result, but could be worse as well. We got the right country. Next one here, we have a bit more English. We have some like more northern looking trees here as well. We definitely have hills, and we have New York style plates, or could it be Alaska? I actually think this might be Alaska, to be honest with you. They don't look like New York plates with the lack of the black at the top, I would have thought. That's my thought here, but look at this red plate though. That could be a Massachusetts plate. Okay, everything's a bit scary here. I don't quite make out where we should be. Might just have to go for New York, to be honest. It is very good infrastructure, and I don't see anything specific here. So please, I mean, it's really hard to tell how tall those mountains are, but let's go for New York here. I'm really hoping this is not bad. It is Anchorage, man. That's really annoying to me, bro. Just the fact that we could not see, I mean, there's just so many other plates that were throwing me off there. But yeah, I guess maybe New York. I mean, you'd have to be like right by these taller hills here. Where I clicked, not entirely possible, I feel. So, oh, I'm more than a little bit annoyed about that, to be honest. That was a really annoying little round. But okay, next one here. Vanishing Treasures program. Okay. So, a bit of a closure there of some kind. These almost feel like, are they like California redwoods? I mean, these are very tall trees, so I could definitely see this being California. So I might try that for a second time here. Visitor Center, Ponderosa. Ponderosa? I mean, let's give that a look. I mean, it would be sick if we could find it. So I'd expect it to be somewhere in this kind of area here. Oh, Ponderosa. No way. Okay, that's very good. Good to read these signs. What is this called now? This is the Alcove House. We can find that. We can definitely find that. I would have loved to have found that. Would have been sick, but... What? Oh, come on. No. How is that possible, bro? How do we find just a random other Ponderosa? Is that... Huh? There's Alcove House. Okay, that makes sense. Where's Ponderosa? Wow. What are the chances that I actually found the actual place? I mean, yeah. That's just annoying. Wow. Okay, so not even. I'm kind of speechless. What just happened? Okay, it's definitely United States themed map here, so let's go for some more good scores here. This could be Alaska again. Knowing our friend Casey here, he's going for some cheeky ones. These polls don't feel particularly North American, nor does this house. So I do wonder about like a cheeky Russia or something like that this time. But I guess Alaska just has to be more likely. I mean, last time we used that logic on the Brazil seed, and it wasn't 3 Brazils in a row, so I was a bit annoyed. But I can't think of anything too much better than Alaska here. It's just these polls that do give me a bit of pause for concern. But yeah, okay, let's take it out here somewhere. Pick a bigger town here and hope for the best. And it is Alaska, so that was a good decision. Actually, at least happy with one guess so far. So let's see if we can hit 10,000 here. The last location here is on a kind of island, and this is pretty cool. American flag, obviously we know Casey, proud patriot. And here we have an American. Very good. Doubt he's from anywhere else. Just the fashion. I think it's just the fashion. Okay, so what is this like this whole brick structure that we've got out here in the middle of the ocean? I thought of something out here maybe. I think some of this stuff belongs to US maybe. Can't actually remember. I guess that's all Bahamas actually. So then maybe one of these islands or something like that. What's this? We got a lighthouse. I mean, this would be a lighthouse of some kind, but yeah, I somehow doubt that that's that. I mean, we'll keep our marker there because I can't really see anything too much better here. Oh, we found it. Nice. This is a Fort Jefferson, which is a Civil War fort. Well, why did they need this during the Civil War? I don't understand that. But okay, we're going to get a 5K here. basically, yeah, 5,000 points. Glad I found that. Good little find. I mean, not the hardest round, perhaps, but yeah, 11,000 points, guys. I mean, a fun little seed. I wish I clicked on Anchorage instead. Otherwise, everything else I can deal with. And these were on the same spot. Wow. Kind of annoying, bro. I mean, I still can't believe this California one. Look at this. Ponderosa. Wow. I mean, yeah. Okay, well, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you to the channel members for providing the video, locations for today's video. Guys, thanks very much for watching all the way to the end as well. It means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the video very soon. Catch you later.